What's up, everybody? This week's episode is brought to you by Ranger Nutrition. Ranger Nutrition is a disabled veteran-owned company. All their products are made right here in the United States. They are all natural, which means you can't combine them. So you have combos for people who run, for people who lift, for people who do CrossFit. They're countless. I can't even name them all. But 5% of all sales go to A Warrior's Mind, which is a great organization, and we are so happy to be a part of it. But you can go to rangernutrition.com, use promo code SMUGCAST, and you will get 15% off your order. It's Ranger Nutrition, designed for fitness warriors. Also, Jay's Wings and Seafood over on the east side of Indianapolis. You can call ahead and save a little time. It's 317-890-0088. They are located at 8237 Pendleton Pike in Lawrence, Indiana, 46226. You can pop in there, give promo code SMUGCAST, and you will get 10% off your order. Also, big shout out to Repo Records. They help us out with the audio each and every week, and I keep saying it because they keep doing it, and we appreciate the hell out of them. That's Repo Records, taking the music back. This week, I know it is Memorial Day, and we didn't want to bring the guest in because typically holiday podcasts aren't downloaded a lot, kind of universally. So we didn't want to waste a good guest on a podcast that's probably not going to get downloaded very much. But we did get into it a little bit. We try to define what necessarily is a sport. Now, my views on it are obviously different from what BJ's views are on it. Not a whole lot, but I think we make a pretty good example. But that's just one of the things we get into. We get into a lot here. It's not a real long podcast, but something to get your Smugcast fix on. So hope you enjoy, and we got some good stuff coming up. It is Memorial Day, and yesterday was the Indy 500. I went to it. Mr. Sproles went to it. BJ spent the weekend moving, which that sucks for him. But I had a good time at the track. My wife did. She's passed out downstairs now, if that tells you how good a time she had. But it was a good race. It was an excellent race. It's always a good time. If you want to go to YouTube, go to our YouTube page. You can check out the video that we shot on Carb Day. Mr. Sproles put his thing to it and had that dude out the next day, which we greatly appreciate that. He is he's a true team member. Love him to death. So but go check out that video. It's pretty funny. He caught me in a situation I'm not proud of, but we're going to put out some more footage of that day. It just didn't make it into that video. We kind of wanted to put it out separate, so be on the lookout for that. So with that, this is Smugcast.
Come on, get down to it. I'm trying to run to the job and yes! My GPS is always stuck in the goddamn jungle. Come on.
All right, welcome to another episode of Smugcast. I'm AP. With me, as always, my beautiful man, the BJ.
Hello, sir.
What's up, son?
I was checking out a part of the Smugcast fam, Miss Cynthia Schmidt there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was watching some of the game or whatever.
Oh, I thought you maybe talking about them fire photos she put up.
No, I was really looking at those, but
I was going to say.
I was just reading to see how well she's doing.
Might have to maybe see if we can buy a few of those and put them up in the studio.
If she autographs them.
Yeah, of course. Wait, yeah, fuck yeah. That's what we're going to do. Might have to hit her up.
No, I've been trying to keep up on it. I mean, because the worst thing is like she contacts us and she's like, hey, I want to come back on the show.
Yeah.
And then she comes on and like, so what'd you think of the game?
I know. Well, I don't have DirecTV.
Well, I think there's still a link on YouTube, I think.
Is there?
Yeah.
Because I seen where she had posted, like, the game's going to be, what, last week.
There was one,
now?
I think, last
night too. So
yeah, because it said on and the picture I was looking at, it was their tweet waiting on LFL football night, Omaha versus Los Angeles. It was on May 20th.
Yeah,
it's on May 20th.
Huh. Also in here again with us this week, we got the intern, Mr. Luciano.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Sproles was gonna be in here today, but his son damn near cut his toe off. It's cut all the way to the bone. So he's hope that little boy gets a speedy recovery. He is a ball of fire. So just like his dad used to be.
Yeah, I saw that. That was brutal.
I know, man. It's crazy. But this I know this is Memorial Day that you're listening to this on. However, we recorded this last week.
So either hopefully you're shaking off the hangover or working on the hangover.
Yeah.
As they said best, wake up with a hangover, cracking another one open.
Oh man, hair of the dog is what I always man.
We always said power through.
Power through.
Power through.
Yeah, I don't know. We're well, now that this is out, we went to the race yesterday.
Yeah.
But we got tickets. I bought them, so we're gonna go since the kids will be out of town.
I would love to go, but we will be moving.
I spent $326 on 2 tickets.
That's really high.
I got really good seats. I didn't mean to. Mm-hmm. It was kind of one of those, like, we always sit in turn 3. That's where I've always sat. My mom always said, sit in turn 3. That way you can see them coming out of 2, going through 3, and then out of 4. And pretty really good seats. If you get a certain spot there in turn 3, like you can see even a little bit down that front stretch. But that track's so fucking big, man. There's just I feel like there's no good seat. Because you can't see the whole thing. But those tickets over there were like $70, and I was like, man, I want to sit someplace different. And so I wanted to sit close to the finish line. So we picked, turn 1. And yeah, it ended up, I can't remember how much each ticket was, but it ended up being like $326 after taxes and fees. Which I still don't understand the fucking fees part when the fees like $50.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always risky to go in there and try to scalp some tickets. I mean, it really is.
Well, no, that's what the wife wanted. She was like, well, can't we just go scalp tickets? I was like, yeah, but fuck, you don't even know where the hell they're at.
Oh, you're not guaranteed to get in because last year was a sellout.
Yeah, that's true. Well, like now, as of today, I mean, I just went to StubHub. So, I mean, there's all, StubHub, Ticketmaster, all those places all have different seats. And there was still a shitload of tickets you could get. I saw one. I thought, let's just see what's the most expensive ticket available.
I love that game.
Left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just wanted to see. And, obviously it was a week before the race. So it's like, most of those high end tickets are already gone. Right. So, it was in a box up top. You're inside in the shade. You got, drinks, whatever you need. And, they were $450 a piece. That's without taxes, fees. That's without all that shit. Almost bought one.
I don't blame you.
Just for shits and giggles.
And that's I've always interested in how expensive some tickets are.
Oh yeah,
because you're just like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's about an experience. I mean, especially if you go to some of this historic, like the last year was 100 running, or if you go to like the Cubs World Series.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Or World Series period, or Derek Jeter's last game.
Oh fuck, that'd been amazing.
Yeah.
My dad's a huge Yankees fan.
Most communists are.
He's been a Yankees fan since way back in the day.
Asian Sensations won, but he was just waited till they started. I think after they won 2 in a row, I think that's when he started liking them.
Yeah. Fucking bandwagon.
He's like, you dick,
Yeah, I can't remember. One of my dad had a favorite player from back in the day, and I can't for the life of me I can't remember the dude's name. But for Christmas a couple years ago, because it's like, what the hell do you get your dad for Christmas? There's not shit that he can't go out and buy himself. So we found where this dude had signed a bunch of his jerseys down in Florida for this people who sell all that shit, and so we ended up buying him one. It was like almost $300 for the jersey and the autograph, but he fucking loved it. I mean, it's I don't know, it's just how he is. He likes random tools too.
Yeah, it's hard buying for people. I was looking up here the most expensive sports tickets. It's $513 for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Oh, what the fuck?
It says not too bad comparatively, but if you're an international fan, any savings you might get from ticket will quickly be negated by. But see, that's not that expensive if you live there. Think about getting there.
Oh yeah,
So
shit.
Yep.
Hell of a flight.
Number 2 was the Masters 2013. Still the 4,486 4-day pass does not make the Masters a big deal. Think
What
about
the
that.
fuck? How much
$4,400.
for 4 days?
Yep.
Who the? I hate paying $50 to go play a fucking round of golf.
I think Baltimore Ravens versus San Francisco 49ers. If you're American, that's most guaranteed. You know about the Super Bowl. In fact, of the 10 most watched games in television history, 9 of them are Super Bowls.
I can see that.
I think it says tickets for 2013 average about $1,200. But third-party tickets were listed as high as $316,000.
Oh, bullshit.
It's right here.
Are you shitting me?
According to NOLA.com. Yep.
$300,000 for a fucking Super Bowl ticket.
FIFA's number 4, but fuck soccer.
I better get a fucking blowjob while I'm up there.
Like, that should come with an automatic hooker.
It should.
Like 2 of them.
2 of them, and they're gonna just do whatever the fuck I want.
And then come with a dude to like, hey, I need some meth. He'd be like, I'll be right back.
What about
Concierge
What about
service.
meth?
It was 200.
Meth is a poor person's drug. Let's get some cocaine.
I know it. The BCS National Championship game in 2013 with $250,000 for a luxury box. The average cost of ticket was $632.
And they can't pay their fucking players any money.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
London, the Olympics, Games London found that people were willing to pay as much as $4,000 for Category B seats on eBay. The next closest event was swimming, which clocked in average ticket a little north of $700.
What's a Category B ticket? What you said?
Well, yeah, because I think it was track ticket purchases throughout the 2012 games in London found people were willing to pay about $4,000.
Oh.
While events, it says swimming, basketball, and tennis can fetch several $100 per ticket. That compares to the opening ceremony tickets about $4,000.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I want to do. I want to sit there for fucking 3 hours and watch people walk in.
Speaking of that, let's go ahead. So we were at work the other day,
Yeah.
and we were having this argument. What's a sport?
What is a sport?
What is a sport? I consider we could look up the definition, but I'm not going to do that. I think something that everybody can do.
No, I mean that's not really how I define a sport. I define a sport as something that has a definitive final, like a score. So and I mean like you can actually fit, like, okay, we'll just use basketball for example.
Yeah,
you get a fucking basket, you get 2 points. You shoot behind that line, you get 3. You shoot a free throw, you get 1. Okay, so you get a final score,
and then everybody can do it. But not everybody can be equal at it.
Yeah.
If you're 4'3", most likely you're not going to be at the top of the level.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. And that's what we're talking about, because they were like, well, fishing's a sport.
Yeah.
And I
mean, well, I could see fishing being a sport if at the end you weigh all the fish.
I know, but what I'm saying, it does not take that much athletic ability compared to basketball.
Well, but
to that.
I don't think being athletic or having to be athletic defines a sport.
I think it has to do with your physicality of it. That's included being a sport, because then there's a difference between being a sport and then being a game.
I mean, do you consider softball not to be a sport?
Well, like girls softball, I consider being a sport.
Well, fast pitch,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think it. I mean, I still go back to that. I think that if there is a definitive outcome of a game because of runs scored, baskets, touchdowns, goals, I consider that a sport. Things that most general public considers a sport are things that are judged. I don't really consider those as sports. I consider those more arts.
Well, I mean, look at, because if you play Call of Duty, there's a definitive score at the end.
Yeah. And there's a professional gamers league.
There is. But what I'm saying is I'm trying to separate I'm trying to separate what's considered an event. But I think that's what I'm trying to do. Athletic event compared to a sporting event. Because I
don't know, those seem like the same thing to me.
No.
Athletic event and sporting event.
Yeah, because if you're playing a video game, you're just moving your hands.
Yeah, but that's a game.
But it's actually covered on ESPN now as a sporting event.
Well, yeah, because ESPN's a fucking bullshit network now.
Yeah, but they also, I mean, there's a lot of things out there that I don't think are like, I don't think race car drivers are considered athletes.
I don't know. I would now. I mean, have you seen some of those guys? I mean, now that Tony Stewart's gone.
No, but I'm talking about that they have amazing hand-eye coordination.
Yeah,
they have they have a set of skills that everybody has. I do agree with that.
Those guys have to be pretty fit to be able to drive those cars.
Well, those cars make you fit.
Yeah,
because what I'm saying is, but you don't have to be the top athlete.
No,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
I'm trying to separate. Like, Usain Bolt is a freak athlete.
You more or less want to categorize what is a sport by the physicality of said sport.
Well, it just bothers me when somebody is an athletic as fuck and barely tie their own shoe and they're like, well, I'm an athlete. Like, no, you're not an athlete.
Well, I think that's a whole different conversation, though. I mean, when you talk about what is a sport and what is not a sport, that can vary. You know what I mean? I mean, do I think racing is a sport? No, it's racing.
It's an event. I think it's an event,
but it's a race.
Yeah,
it's a but I don't consider that to be a sport. I mean, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but things I consider to be a sport would be football, basketball, baseball, track.
Yeah.
Volleyball.
Yep. Tennis. Hell
Tennis
yes.
for sure. Fuck tennis, man. I cannot play tennis to save my life.
I look like I have Tourette's.
I'm
sorry, Down syndrome.
I've never been able to hit that ball and actually have it land on the other side of the court where it's
and when you
supposed to
do
be.
it, you're like, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. But for me to do it, like, I just barely have to hit it just so I lob it over,
I consider golf.
Golf.
If you're, as long as you're not in a cart. I'm talking about those guys that play. Those guys played for 4 straight days.
Yeah.
Of walking those courses.
Yeah, and it does have a definitive score. I'll give you golf,
and it could fuck up your back. I mean, it takes a toll on its body.
Yeah. One thing I'm not going to say is cheerleading.
You just offended every female that listens to this.
I did. I don't give a fuck.
I don't understand the point of the cheerleaders at games. Am I the only asshole that thinks that?
The Colts are the first ones that ever put cheerleaders on the sidelines. Yeah. In the NFL, Colts were the first ones to put.
We're in Baltimore.
Yeah, back in the day.
Okay, because the reason is I remember playing sports in high school and they'd be cheering on the side.
Yeah, I have no use for fucking cheerleaders at a sporting event.
And then I remember,
honestly,
I remember 2 or 3 times I would throw the ball out of bounds and try to hit them on accident. I'd be like, oh man, got away from me, my bad.
Like I don't. I mean, I have 2 girls, and I'm sure at least one of them will probably be a cheerleader. My sister was a cheerleader. Girlfriend that I had growing up, and we're still good friends after we split up. She was a cheerleader, and I'll give you this: I'm not saying they're not athletic, because cheerleaders are athletic as fuck. I can't do that shit. I mean, those bitches take some falls, but as far as it being a sport, I don't consider it being a sport because it's judged. There's no definitive answer. It's how that judge feels that day.
What about gymnastics?
It's judged. Ballroom dancing, it's judged. There's nothing that defines it. It's all an opinion. It's all based off of an opinion.
I'm gonna say regular gymnast. I'm okay with being a sport. And I'm going to get murdered for this. Rhythmic gymnastics, which my wife did.
Yeah, I don't care. It's still not. It's judged.
There's something weird about twirling a ribbon in the air and hopping in the air.
And for all the
it's like they're trying to fly a kite.
You ever seen them chicks throw that ball?
That's what Steph did.
Oh, I thought she had the little ribbon and she.
No, she did all that.
Oh,
then she'd roll the ball on the ground and pretend like a kid that lost and chase after it. When we first started dating, I watched it and it was like I was so enamored. It's like, oh, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
I just, I had an end game while I was watching. I also watched Titanic, like I liked it too.
God, fuck that movie.
Now I'm older. I'm like,
well, just so I I know I've probably offended women that listen to this, which I don't think there's a lot, but there might be. I also don't consider mixed martial arts, UFC, a sport because it is judged. It's an art form.
It's not, yeah, but
that's why it's called mixed martial arts.
But if you knock someone out, it's not judged. That's a knockout. You're done.
That's a knockout.
Yeah.
But most of them don't end in knockout. I mean, I don't know. That would be a definitive answer. But when it comes up when you got the scorecards and you've got a 10-8 round or whatever. It's still judged. It's still. I mean, we've seen it ourselves watching it. We've watched a guy that we knew for a fact was going to win that fight because he beat the holy hell out of the other guy, and then they fucking give it to the other guy because it's based off of that judge's opinion. Like, and we know, I mean, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And I don't, if it doesn't have a definitive score, I don't consider it a sport. It's more of an art form. Rhythmic gymnastics, that's art to me. And of course I'm a guy sitting here judging a woman's sport, but that's the way I feel. I mean, that's my fucking opinion. And like I said, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Yeah, I mean, there's just some things out there when they were talking about hunting being a sport, and I'm just like, yeah, if you have a knife and a loincloth and you're trying to chase down a bear, that's a sport.
I tell you, growing up, I
never, an AR hunting. No,
I never hunted. I mean, my family didn't hunt, and I remember asking my dad one time. I was like, well, I'm gonna go. I want to go hunting. I want to kill a deer. I had buddies that were, killing deers, and we'd go have deer steaks and shit. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was cool. And so I asked my dad, I was like, well, can I, can I start hunting? And he said, there's only one way I'll ever let you hunt. And I said, okay, yeah, cool, let's do it. And he's like, that's with a bow and arrow. He goes, because that is hunting. He goes, you sitting in a tree stand waiting for a fucking deer to come by and shoot it is not hunting. He goes, will it give you meat to eat? It sure will. He goes, but, if you want to hunt something, learn to hunt it. Learn to track it. Learn that way. And so I never did that. But I tell you what, man, I did see the other day. I just bought a new AR-15, and while I was standing there waiting on my background check to come through, I saw a little kid's bow and arrow set. And it's, it's not like, your little shit you're going to get at fucking, Toys R Us. I mean, it's a legit, recurve bow, and it had little arrows that came with it. Only it had, it didn't have actual tips. It had like the little metal, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm talking, I can't even think what the fuck they're called now. Somebody will tweet us and tell me. But I saw those and I thought, shit, man, that'd be cool as fuck, man. Get that for my kids, be out in the backyard, teach them how to, shoot a bow and arrow, maybe learn myself. And then
I just say shoot it straight up in the air.
And then I realized that I live in a neighborhood and I don't feel like my kid putting somebody's eye out, so I didn't buy him. But when we were kids, man, I remember we used to go to the Little League field in the summer, play a little pickup game or something. And one day this dude that lived, he was a little bit older than us, came over to the field with his bow and arrow. And he had a compound. And he put a red Solo cup over the arrow or the end of it, that had the like, what the fuck is that called? How do I not know this? Whatever the fucking arrowhead would have been, so it's got sharp ass blades, and he was shooting that bitch up in the air, straight up in the air, and we would all stand underneath it and try to run out, make sure it didn't hit us. And we were doing it for a game. We did that shit for hours. Nobody ever came by and said anything.
Oof.
No, they were just happy you're outside.
Oh yeah, my parents didn't care. Of course, I was living with my mom during the summer at that point in time. She wasn't home anyway.
It's amazing how people react to things, and it brings me to my next little thing I have an issue with. Besides, what's a sport? Is as you get older, we all age differently. We all look differently as we get older.
Yeah, get a little gray hair, maybe get a little bald.
I was at the grocery
ball sack gets a little longer.
That's right. I was at the grocery store. I was going to buy some steaks for Mother's Day.
Steaks sound good.
I was all excited. Didn't have my hat on, had my sunglasses, and got out of the car. And before I left the house, I was like, I'm gonna grab my headphones. I'm gonna put my headphones on. That when I get back, I'll cook.
Yeah.
And I'm in the car. Get out of the car. I'm feeling good. I'm like, man. They're gonna have them on sale. It's Sunday.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
I wait till like around 6 o'clock because I knew they would lower the prices on some nice Angus steak.
Oh, yeah.
Get there, have my little car pushing around, all excited towards life, and
You make a good wife.
I know.
We're going to get married one day.
I am a bitch.
I don't even go that far.
I feel like it most days. After this story, I really feel like a bitch. I'm pushing my cart around, all excited, getting stuff in there, and all of a sudden, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to Concept, and all of a sudden, I kept hearing this noise. Like, what the fuck's that noise? Turn around, someone's like waving me down.
Yeah.
And I take my...
Sir, you dropped your purse over here.
Yeah. Dropped your birth control bills that you just picked up at the pharmacy. And I was like, hey, how are you? He's like, hey, what's up, mine? And I was like, hey, this was somebody I hadn't seen in like 10 years.
Yeah.
He used to be my neighbor. Used to work with him. He's like, how are you doing? I was like, which is by far the worst thing you can ask me. I'm like, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And he goes, I saw pictures of Steph and the boys online. They look great. Steph looks great. I'm like, yeah, man. Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Love for the family. What he did next boggled my mind. He took his right hand out and put it on my stomach and rubbed it like I was pregnant. He goes, looks like you got you a little bit of a belly there, like since last time I saw you.
Oh, tell me you punched that motherfucker right in the nose.
And then, without hesitation, he looked up. It's like, wow, man, your hair's got a lot more gray.
Tell me you just like snapped on him.
There's too many people around.
Oh,
I was in a canned food aisle because I was going to get some green beans, get some greens for that.
Yeah.
I wanted to fucking smash his
I
head.
just smashed his fucking face.
All I could muster up in a cracked voice was like, how the fuck are you? Like, I didn't know what to say. Like, who touches another man?
You should have said, oh, yeah, that's what happens when you make enough money and you eat well. That's what I'd have said.
But it's just...
this is Smugcast, man. You got to live it.
And I was just so bad. Well, it'd been a long day, and I was just like, I was like, he just rubbed my belly like he's expecting a baby to kick.
What the fuck are you touching me?
And then he just, he just looked, and he just kept staring at me, and I was thinking, and then, and we talked, and I put my headphones in and checked out, and I was driving home, and I just couldn't get past it. I was like, who touches another dude like that you hadn't seen in 10 years?
I don't know. I don't understand why you didn't fucking smart something up. I would have.
Well, I did. I mean, I did.
Yeah.
I did tell him how well I was doing in life, and, and
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never been in that situation because normally if I turn around at somebody I haven't seen in 10 years, there's a reason, and that doesn't mean I'm going to talk to you. I say,
that's
hey,
why
man,
I put the headphones in.
go.
That's why I put the headphones in as a defense mechanism. Like, please don't stare at me.
Yeah.
Please don't talk to me.
No, I had I had a similar instance. It's been a few years back at a grocery store. And it wasn't a grocery store that I normally go to, but they have really good steaks, so I went there. And I same deal. I was coming out of some other aisle, probably getting some chips or some shit. And I turn and just like look, and there was a girl that I went to high school with. She was like a couple years older than I was. And it was one of those like, she had she put on a little weight, nothing major. But I could tell. And I was like, is that her? And we both kind of had that moment of, I know you. And I totally just was like, no, you don't. And it was just that eye contact, and I was like, nope, not talking to you. I don't want to. I didn't like you back then. I'm not going to now. And so then I went home, and I was like, was it though? And so I jumped on Facebook, found her on Facebook, and sure enough, she lives around the area. And I was like, son of a bitch, it was her. But it was very awkward. And I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not going to. I know you recognize me, and I recognize you, but that doesn't mean we need to have a conversation right now.
It goes back to the fact, because the reason is I always hear this. I always hear this. Your wife's so beautiful, which I'm very blessed. I know I'm blessed.
She's fucking hot.
I know. But it's always like, and then they look at me like, oh my God, that's like, he's on top of her at times.
What? Why did you?
You've known me for a long time now. My brain takes everything backwards.
Yeah.
Instead of being like,
Jesus. Sproles was right. We take everything to the darkest fucking place imaginable.
And then I was just thinking to myself, and then I made dinner, cleaned up, and then took a shower, and I just went to bed. And Steph the next night was just like, was you okay? She was like, you made breakfast, you went to Starbucks, you made dinner, drove down to see your mom, drove all the way back, and she was, was you okay? And I was just like, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
I mean, because me and Agent were talking about this because he's been putting on a little bit of weight, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, he goes, hey, like, what's weird is when you get out of the shower and like you look sideways at your belly. He's like, does it ever bother you? I'm like, no, not at all. I was like, the worst thing you do though is put a mirror in front of your bed. That way, when you wake up, and the first thing you see is yourself.
Man, that's when the way our bedroom is set up. When I walk to the bathroom every morning, or whenever, and I have my shirt off, I'm looking directly into a mirror. And so I can see myself all the way to the mirror. And I mean, I'm not a big dude by any means.
No.
But, I've got a little bit around the midsection. Nothing too crazy, but I can, for me, because I am a skinny dude and I've always been a skinny dude, I see that little bit and I'm like, shit, man, I got to fucking get back in shape. I got no 6-pack. I'm not Lucci, rocking a fucking 8-pack and whatever else he's got, rocking around his midsection. And
oof.
hog leg. And it bothers me. But, I'm also old. I also work 50 to 60 hours a week. And who the fuck wants to work out after they work fucking 10, 11, 12 hours a day?
See, I love self-punishment, I think I love punishing myself.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's one of those things that's where like...
Sounds kinky.
No, son. It was... because you start thinking, because I put that picture up from like 90 from 2009.
Yeah, how old were they?
I don't know, probably 4 and 3 maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They were pretty young.
It was 8 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
And that was my life. And because I remember seeing those pictures and I was like, I'm gonna post that and just make myself feel even worse.
Yeah.
And it's not like, it should be motivation. You're like, yeah.
No, I don't. Part of it is diet. If you eat good, you feel good, and we don't eat good. I mean, I try to. My wife tries to make me, and I try to, but you sneak in a little snack here and there or some shit.
I mean, the last thing you want to do when you leave work at 8 p.m. after being there, because I leave around 6:30 a.m. They get home around 8 o'clock and leave around 7:30, 8 o'clock. You don't want to make food.
No.
Only thing you can make is a hot dog or something in the microwave that's not good for you.
Nobody wants to come home and cook a steak.
No, you don't. And then when you, like, the lunches consist of eating and working at the same time. A lot of it's on me to do it.
Yeah.
But we were doing a poll of sex appeal.
Yeah.
And then it was one of those things.
Did I win?
No.
Oh.
No, you didn't, unfortunately.
Fuck.
We tried. But no, it was like sexual attraction.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between... Because my favorite thing is like, well, but you're attractive, though. That's great, but there's a difference between being attractive and sexually attractive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Huge difference.
Oh, yeah, big difference.
Because one person's sexually attracted to you, that's awesome, but one like, oh, you're attractive.
Yeah.
Like there's
I mean, there's a, they always... And I talked about this with an older lady one time, and we were, it was always the saying. It was like, blondes have more fun, and I'd always, in my experience, because there's like women that are hot, beautiful women, pretty women, but then there's women that are sexy, yeah. And most people, I don't think they know how to define the difference, because a woman can be hot but not sexy.
Yeah.
If you find a woman that's hot and sexy, holy shit, she's out of your league. Mm-hmm. And because it's really a mentality. They say like attractiveness and sexiness is how you feel about yourself. No matter if you weigh 100 pounds or you weigh 250 pounds, if you can rock it and you own it, you can be sexy. And I told her, I was like, look, in my experiences, blonde girls are hot, but brunette girls are sexy, because it's almost like I don't know, man. It's almost like a mentality almost, it seems like. And I'm sure there's some that's the exact opposite, but I haven't really experienced it in my life. And it's how they move, it's how they look at you. Man, it's the eyes. They got those sexy eyes, and they give it to you. That's one thing. And and I don't find a lot of blondes that do that. I don't know.
That's
my experience.
Like I don't even look at them like as like a I just look at them as like actual just like dudes now.
What?
Like when you reach a certain point and you might get there one day, you're just like, oh, God, the thought of you like being single and trying to like.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I look at a chick and go, that's a lot of work. I don't have the energy for that.
I'd break her.
I tell you something that has blown my mind, and I can't make it quit happening now that my wife told me about it 2 days ago.
What's that?
But I can't remember what we were. Oh, I know what it was. Somehow something got brought up about nipples, and she more or less long story short, she said that most women's nipples are the same color as their lips. And so now I can't stop looking at everybody's lips. I mean, same thing for men. Mm-hmm. I can't stop looking at everybody's lips because it makes me go, their nipples are that color. And I saw a black chick the other day, and her lips were really like pink. They weren't like a really dark, lip. And I was like, ooh, well, that looks weird. I just imagine this big black boob and she's got this bright pink nipple.
Like, where did that information come from?
I don't know. She goes, that may be a myth. She goes, but that's what I heard that before. And so now like, I can't not look at somebody and not think about their nipple color. I don't know. This is how fucked up my brain works.
Oh, I'm right there with you because I'm intrigued.
Lift your shirt up. Luciano's going to lift his shirt up. Holy shit, it's the same fucking color.
Yeah.
Pretty damn close anyway. But then you see women, or even men that have like really light colored lips, and it's like, holy shit, your lips are the same color as your skin. Like that would confuse the hell out of me. Like it's like I have to have if it's a little darker than your skin, like I got an aiming point.
Yep. It was, dude. This is from Cosmo.
Okay.
It says this is where you got it from. It just came out in May 2017. Your perfect lipstick shade is apparently the same color as your nipples.
So, but then that defeats. Why would you need to wear lipstick?
Today's tidbit of knowledge comes from the doctors who post a theory that your best lipstick shade is the one that matches your nipple color. I don't make the news, folks. I just report it. The reason is this is natural. Really, is the best colorist, and she knows that complements your skin tone best. I guess it kind of makes sense, kind of maybe. So yeah, they're just trying to say that there's such a similarity between the two. Yeah, that's what can help you choose. If you think about it, if somebody. I mean, because
I typically think that most people's lips are darker.
Well, the other thing is your nipples are not exposed as well. They shouldn't be as exposed as much as your lips, because your lips go through sun. They go through.
But do your lips get a suntan?
No, but they can get dry. They could get stuff like that can affect it. But your nipples, unless you hook up a car battery to them every night, then.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting.
I did that once. We jump started a Buick.
What the fuck? No wonder he's in rehab.
It's a science fair project.
I see that.
and that was just something that was bothering me a little bit. It was just like when you feel like you lost your sexiness.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. When I started wakeboarding back in 2007, and we were going every weekend. Every chance we got to go, we went. And that is a very, you'll get your pump on. And, I didn't think nothing about it because I was always riding, I was sore a little bit, didn't think, but it's like a better workout than anything you can possibly do. And I was looking back at some pictures from back then, and fuck, I was swole. And I just go, holy shit, look how fucking big I was. And I look at me now and I'm just like, oh fuck, I need to do something.
Oh, I know. I looked at that picture because I was I had changed my diet, focus a lot more. I would just have coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Then I'd have water the rest of the day, and I would allow myself 1 can of soda per day to get the caffeine.
Yeah.
And then so coffee, 1 can of soda, and the rest of it was water.
Yeah.
And then I brought my own lunch every day.
Oh yeah, that's a big part of it.
And then
if you can avoid fast food, greasy food.
Well, I would have bread, I would have, ham, and then some turkey, and then, like even slices of cheese, and then fruit in the break room.
Yeah.
So if I need to eat, it was always there.
Oh yeah.
And I can control it, and then brought down expenses, also brought down.
Oh yeah, you save a shitload of money.
Yeah, and I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And then I was playing ball like 4 to 5 days a week.
Yeah. Exercise is a key.
Oh yeah,
mean,
but the key was I was in great shape, and my ego, holy shit.
Oh yeah. We need that ego back.
No,
Yeah, we
it's
do.
dangerous.
Yeah, no, we want it back.
Excuse
we want
me.
it back.
No, it's
Did
very
you just
dangerous.
burp in the mic?
No,
What the fuck?
I burped above the mic.
No, man. I mean, people always say, bread's bad for you, and it's not bad, but it will. I mean, it will make you gain some weight. I mean, I don't think you should cut bread out completely. I think everything is okay in moderation. It's okay to go out and have a cheeseburger, but you don't have to eat, the whole thing. You know what I mean? You don't have to eat the
3 of
fries with
them.
it too, or 3. Yeah,
For a week.
I would maybe go with 1. But there's dieting is hard, man. It really is. And, you really have to. I mean, it takes time. It takes time. Costs money. When you can go to McDonald's and get a cheeseburger for $1, or go spend fucking 20 on a damn salad, which makes 0 sense.
So here's a study from April 2017 from Life Science. Men's looks matter more than women admit, study shows.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking about growing my hair back out, and my wife just looked at me and she goes, "No, don't." She goes, "You're not attractive with your hair grown out." I said, "Okay." Solves that problem.
So for all those men out there where they say, "But you have a great personality," this study just shits all over it.
I still think that, a woman wants to laugh. If you don't have a good personality, like, your fucking looks don't mean shit.
Well, they separated the groups from 15 to 29. Says researchers asked young women 15 to 29 to choose potential dates from a series of photographs and descriptions, while the women's mothers, ages 37 to 61, were asked to select possible boyfriends for their daughters using the same information. Results show that a man's looks influence both groups of women more strongly than his personality profile.
Well, but I mean,
Wowza.
it's hard to judge somebody's personality profile off of just reading the profile. You know what I mean? I mean, it's easier to look at somebody and go, "Oh, well, he's cute," or "She's cute." So I think that study's bogus. Personally, I mean, you can't judge somebody's personality by reading their personality off a fucking piece of paper.
No, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Swipe right or left, right?
Yeah.
Yeet.
Dude, we need
I think we should get on Tinder.
I want to
as
do it
Smugcast.
once. Just want to see what it's like.
I do. I don't
I haven't
have
been
a problem.
single in a long time. I work on it every day, but I just...
We could just catfish somebody.
I think
Be Smugcast.
we should...
Oof, Colin got catfish one time.
He's fucking 12. That doesn't count.
It was probably you doing it, too.
I'm not that bad.
Such a dick brother. That's what you're supposed to do, though. You're the older brother. Craig just got fucked. So are we gonna let's go ahead and since we are recording this a week before it's gonna come out, I say we go ahead and tell everybody who's gonna win the Indy 500, and I'm going with, I think it's Castro Nevis. And when this comes out, we'll already know.
That's tough.
I know.
I mean,
You got
after
Ed Carpenter sitting on the pole. Of course, they have the second pole day today.
well, I'm gonna go with the guy that knows a lot. I'm gonna go with Dixon.
Dixon?
Yeah.
Dixon? He's a good driver, man.
I mean,
He
I
really is.
had some inside information on that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Dixon.
No shit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I told the wife we were going to do the full Indy 500 experience. Now, if we do or not, which that means going to the track, being there about 6 o'clock, not leaving until about 6 o'clock at night, missing all the traffic, having a good time. But I don't know if she'll be up for that.
Oh, I don't know either.
I may have to call an Uber. I don't know. Because I may be drunk as fuck.
I'll be moving.
Are you taking my car?
Yeah, I figure maybe we could just tape the Jeep. That might be fun for you if it's a nice day.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to be, they said right now it's supposed to be pretty warm and cloudy, so that may be a decent little day we got going.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Well, we're talking about like 3 weeks, 2 weeks or a week ahead.
A week
now.
away, yeah. But that could change. We do live in Indiana. Fuck, it may snow that day.
That'd be awesome.
You know, there was one race where they had snow that morning.
That's weird.
Yeah, I can't remember who when I found that. Actually, I found that out the race I went with Sproles and them. Somebody was talking about that day because we were talking about how hot it was, and they said actually one day there was snow that morning. I don't remember what year that was though. I'm saying it was probably a long time ago. We got a little global warming happening right now.
That's horseshit according to everybody.
It is bullshit.
Oof.
It is not
because
bullshit.
there's science that says that it's true, and then there's science that says that it's bullshit. If you look at I'm not saying yay or nay. I'm just saying
the Earth's getting hotter every year.
Yeah, but it also, as the trends go back thousands of years, it always does this. It always goes through a period where it gets really hot. Then it goes through a period where it gets really cold. But this happens over thousands of years.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously we weren't, but here's the thing that bothers me the most is a lot of the stuff that the research is thousands and thousands and thousands of year old. We have no idea how they did it.
No clue.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't even begin to imagine how they know this or how they can tell. But
that's the funny part is, could you imagine being grown up during that time? And you're just like, hey, we need you to write down every event for the next race.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine how shitty we are sometimes at our job? Like,
oh, yeah.
I didn't write.
Shit, I forgot to write down all last week. This is fucking job. It was 70 this day and 20 this day.
Because that's what I always think about is you know, I'm not going to mock this, but think of somebody that works at Taco Bell, right?
Yeah.
15 years old. Mm-hmm. 16. I think you can start working at McDonald's at 16 or 15, whatever.
Yeah.
He's actually a part of the workforce.
Yeah.
So he has a job the same way the guy that works at NASA has a job, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Could you imagine if the 15-year-old has a bad day, he fucks up some meals.
Yeah.
The guy in NASA, I just wonder if they have bad days in like these high-risk jobs.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. Everybody has a bad day.
If they're like, hey, did you figure out the equation? No, it was still going to take me another day longer.
Yeah.
And the whole time they're playing like Angry Birds and shit. Or they're on Facebook. On this, I always want to know if, like, I see people on Facebook or what. I hate saying that phrase, but they're like bitching about their jobs or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so. Why would you bitch about your jobs on social media?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because other big companies, other places check your social media.
Oh yeah, yeah, hell yeah, they do. That's why you set all that shit to private so nobody can fucking share your shit or like it.
Yeah, and most people that complain about it are just as shitty as everybody else, anyways.
Yeah, of course.
Well, if I was in charge, this would happen. Well, obviously you're not in charge, so shut the fuck up.
Everybody says that.
But
you wouldn't. There's a reason why you're not in charge.
I like being in charge.
Yeah, I do too, but I want to be in charge of my own shit.
Yeah, that is true, though. It is hard after a while making someone else a bunch of money.
It is. It fucking sucks. I would so rather do my own shit. We're gonna get me and Mr. Sproles are gonna get our shit up and going here for long. We're actually gonna have a meeting, I think, next week with somebody. I think we're gonna go a different route with it, but we are developing a video company, so should be a good time. Did you have an email? Didn't we get another email?
Yeah, I was trying. That's what I'm using your laptop, but I was trying to get to pull up, and I can't get to pull up.
Oh shit!
So I have it in my phone.
All right.
Oof.
It's another lovely email from somebody that wants to tell us how much they love us. This is actually from Kate.
Kate.
Kate. Kate. I recently got turned onto your podcast from a friend of mine. She said that for a good time to try to forget about things, I should really check this out. I was real skeptical about the name Smugcast. First of all, it's not a real word.
What the fuck? Neither is Smodcast, but they use it.
So, but my question is, why do you guys hate women so much? I know you guys, I actually found you guys on social media. I noticed you guys are both married to beautiful women, but how do they put up with you guys day in and day out? Because there's no way I would ever let my husband come on a radio show. It's not a fucking radio show. It's a podcast. Ever let my husband come on a show like this and say the things that you do and actually air out everything that happens in your personal life.
You don't sound fun.
No, Kate doesn't. I personally think that more people should stop listening to you, and maybe you guys should spend more time with your wives and with your family. Maybe you wouldn't have to have this little show. The second time someone said a little show. Have this show to be able to go on and complain about your lives. If your lives are really this bad, then maybe you should do something about it. Maybe you should sit down and pray about it. In closing, we need less people like you guys and more people that are more positive, more spiritual, and better influences around people around you.
First off, I want to know why her friend would ever turn her on to this show if she's that way. I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being religious and spiritual, but I think your friend maybe is not your friend, or if she is, she really likes to fuck with you, and we really would like to have her on the show.
Either that, or she wanted you to loosen up.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
If we spent more time at home.
Shit, it's kind of hard when you work all the damn time.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Since we were on sex earlier, you always have we always rate. It's like you always see a girl and you're like, oh, she's a 7, or she's a 8, or whatever.
That's a 4.
She's a 2. That's a 4. Whatever. I really think, and I've thought about this a lot, and this is what we call the F factor, fuck factor. So I've really considered that there should only be 3 numbers. There should be a 1, a 2, and a 3. 3, definitely bangable. 1, not so much. 2, depends on how many beers you had.
That's too narrow.
But it's true. I mean, you think about it. I mean, that's all your. That's all.
So yes, no, or maybe.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. There's no need for a numbering system. There's an F factor. That was off of a video idea I had. Because I really thought about it. And I was like, why do we give them? Why does it matter? Because more or less, anything above a 4, like I'm hitting that. But it depends on how many beers I've had.
Well, I mean, there's other ones you would do, just wouldn't tell anybody.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Those are called.
It's like riding a moped, man.
Those are called closet stomps.
Yeah, closet stomps. #closet stomps.
You just never let her come out of the closet.
That's true. I mean, it is. It's like riding a moped. It's fun to do, but you just don't tell your friends about it.
Who's that girl? Oh, she's a realtor. She's
That is a fantasy though. The realtor, you go to check out a house.
Exactly.
You need up nailing her in one of the bedrooms.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sure my wife would love to hear that.
Well, unless you guys role play that.
No.
Oof.
She's not much of an actor.
Does she really have to be that good of an actor?
No, but I mean, it's kind of hard when every other, line she goes, what was the line again?
Looks like you need something spacious. I see, because I see everything you're working with. See, look, I just done it. We're done. I just wrote the movie. I believe in the F factor. It's just I think it'd be weird though if it's like a ceremony and they give it to you.
It's like getting initiated into a fraternity or something.
But it also can be like being a cop. Like you can you get demoted and they take it away from you.
Yeah, it depends on how crooked your nose is.
Yeah, and all of a sudden they pull you over. And they're like, you need to give that back.
Sorry, we're gonna have to exchange.
Oh, it's a 3. No. I'm sorry. You're now a 1. And you can't, and if you and you get an award if you go from an F to a 3 if you go from
a 1 to a 3.
Yeah. Like if you're able, if you're a dude and you're an F1, right?
Yeah.
But somehow you're able to toe tap an F3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You get an award.
You get like a gift card.
Yeah, MVP.
Get a medal.
Get a T-shirt. I F to 3.
Shit. This has been a weird podcast.
No, it's not. We're just. I mean, we know after the holidays, a lot of them are not. A lot of them are not downloaded.
Yeah, this was going to come out Memorial Day, and it's probably not going to have a whole lot of downloads.
No,
that's why we.
Yeah, and that's why we didn't use one of our guests we have lined up.
We didn't really. We don't want to bring anybody in and waste an episode. So.
No,
but we got some good stuff coming up though. I think we're gonna get Blonde on Brunette's gonna come back in.
Concept will be
Concept in mid-June. We're actually gonna have Ranger Nutrition. They're coming in. They're gonna be in, talk about all their stuff. They've got some new products coming out. And stuff.
We got some kind of message today on Facebook.
Oh yes, yeah, I know who it is too. Did you read it?
Who was that?
It's our atheist buddy.
Oh,
he's dying to come in here. And he's a round earther, which I don't know why. I guess he thinks we're flat Earth.
No, we're not. We gave people we just talked about the theory.
We did. We don't.
I mean, just because you don't believe in something doesn't still mean you won't talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I love a good interview. The interview we did, for the Indy 500. I mean, I know we didn't talk a lot, but that was I love to hear stories.
If you're around somebody that's very knowledgeable, it's very nice to be around.
I love it, man. I could have sat there for hours and just listened to him tell stories of all the races he's been to and the experiences he's had. It may have been I don't know if you guys thought it was boring or not, but we enjoyed it. I mean, I love that. I love to actually have somebody to come in and actually talk instead of having to drag shit out of them. But it was a good time. But no, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a video that should be out shortly. We went to Carb Day on the Friday before the race and shot some stuff. So it should be coming out soon. It was a good time. Had a good time. A lot of fucking crazy drunk people. But it was a good time. So look forward to that. I think we got anything else coming up?
Well, we have, it all depends on the dates and everything we have coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to try to get out some more. I think now in the summer, a little bit more daylight and summertime slows down for me, actually.
Yeah. We'll be able to do
most people it speeds up. Mine slows down, so we'll be able to get more things accomplished.
Yeah. So look to that. That'll be on, put some stuff out on YouTube. Be sure to go to YouTube and hit subscribe. We are, I don't know, nobody's going to it, nobody's subscribing to it, but we're not really putting anything out, so I don't blame them. We're going to start, the podcast is actually going to start being out on more platforms coming up here real soon. We're investing a little time into getting it out a little more, so you don't, in case you can't listen to it on iTunes or whatever, Stitch or whatever it is. It'll be on Google Play, probably end up on SoundCloud. Be a lot of different places that you're going to be able to get us now. Just in case you don't have iTunes, I know we really push iTunes a lot, but it is the biggest podcast app in the world. So, but we're trying to get more out to you, out to the fans. But I think,
and that's the hardest part about it is when we try to use because Apple is easy for us to navigate everything we have. I mean, everything. It's a Mac laptop, Mac computer, iPhones, iPads,
5-6 Apple products.
Yeah, it's just easier for us to transfer. Data and media through to each other, so it's not trying to be an elitist.
No, it's just
even though we are, we know that.
Okay, that's just our platform.
We have a red velvet curtain, and not how many people do.
That's true. We do have a really really good setup, but that's a wrap. I know it's a short one, but it is Memorial Day, and
let's play some music out.
What do you want to play out?
Just surprise, make just something to cheer me up. I've been down here lately.
Absolutely. We got
Zanies just aren't working. Oh, anyways, I was while you find the song. So I was hanging out with one of my friends, and the comment was BJ's like herpes.
What?
No, let me finish. So I get this right. BJ's like herpes. It's fun during the time while you're getting it. But a constant reminder, it's not fun. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
I think I said that right. I just thought it was funny because we were trying to think of like STDs and like, you know, PJ's like the chlamydia of friends. It's fun while you're hanging out, but afterwards you pay the price. I think that's the better way to say it.
Yeah. All right. Be sure to check us out on Twitter. We are at Smugcast Show. You can find me on Twitter. It's at Smugcast_AP. You can also follow the BJ. It's at the BJ Robbins. You can follow Mr. Sproles. It's at Sproles TV. You can follow the intern Luciano. Do you remember what his Twitter handle is?
I have it right here.
Do you? You can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/smugcast. You can find us on Instagram. That is at smugcast_.
You have Luciano the intern is at intern Luciano. If you don't know how to spell that, it's LUCIENO. And also we have Asian Sensation at Sensation Asian _ on Twitter also.
Sensation Asian. Don't forget, you can also always shoot us a shitty email on at smugcastshow@gmail.com.
Hashtag fuck you, Kate.
Hashtag fuck you, Kate.
Christians.
Jesus.
Luke. Oh, God. That's not what we were saying at all.
That's not what we were saying. Anyway, don't forget, you can go to rangernutrition.com, use promo code SMUGCAST, and you will get 15% off your order. You can also go to Jay's Wings and Seafood over on the east side of Indianapolis. Pop in there, use promo code SMUGCAST, you'll get 10% off your order. Also, big shout out to Repo Records. They help us out with the audio each and every week. They got our audio. I know our audio here a little lately when we play it off the computer has been a little quiet because we with this new board we've been having some problems doing that, and the editing process has been a pain in the fucking ass. And he fixed it. He hooked us up, so we've got it straightened out. That's Repo Records, taking the music back. And I know we've talked a lot about Concept, his new album dropping, coming out June 9th.
Yep.
And
14 hours ahead.
He's going to be out. He'll be coming on sometime thereafter.
Yeah, we were talking. I have the text message right here. We were talking back on mid-May or whatever. Oh, that's the wrong person. There it is. He says, let me know if you can set up an interview or anything you want. That was around May 9th. And so we've talked a few times since then. So I said after June, after the record release or whatever, we can have you on, and then we play some music off of there.
Yeah. But this is the first the first single off the new album, right?
I believe so. This is one of the lead ones. Yep.
So sit back, enjoy. We're not going to play all of it. We'll play a little bit, just a little teaser. You can go to iTunes, download this, go to YouTube. You can watch the video on there.
Also go to SoundCloud.
But don't be a douchebag. Go to iTunes and buy his shit. It's only $1.29.
Yep.
So, but this is Concept. Hug someone.
Mm.
We all just need a hug some days. I'm so thankful I could give my mom a hug today. To see my cousin's kids laughing while they're jumping on the trampoline. We can't forget to say thanks and show love to family. I show up here annually. Now just need to go visit, leave some flowers on my father's grave out in Amity. I need it for my sanity. A lot of people lose it. Unfortunate, I was in a room with a lot of them that lost it. This isn't made to offer. If anything, a peace offer, but definitely not gonna let them eat off me. Rest at ease, homie. Yo, this my marathon, running with my sneakers on the Verrazano. This my face with Adidas and some greater commas. This is me waking up with the day upon us. To make my life better, do it with some major honor. Yo, this is Queens, Warwick, it is Marymount. My hand holding yours through this pain, we can break it down. Bay Ridge, Portland, every place that I ever lived. Every heart that gave me strength, that'll never leave. I just don't wanna let the record skip or repeat. Cause every half a second is a moment building character. Every second can mean a win in this marathon. marathon. We all could be our own kings if we carry on loving for the queens too. I fucking love you. We all just need a hug some days. I still miss everyone I couldn't hug today, but I know this song isn't long enough to say. So let's just focus on the things that bring us up today. Cause I just wanna be, I just wanna be. Cause I just wanna be, I just wanna be. I just wanna be, I just wanna be. I just wanna be, I just wanna be happy. I think yesterday we smoked the same blunt, bought it from the same bodega, ate the same lunch, got food, life ain't awful. Moms work the same job, same car, different brand. Who cares? We're all here living, love us, fucking justice. There's different mothers, there's no one that lives above us. You'll see the world don't owe you nothing, but as long as you know you're someone, don't give a fuck for him or her to give a judgment. You should always love yourself. So yes, we all just need a hug some days. I'm just thankful that I could spread some love today. I'm pretty sure that we all shed some tears in our cup today. I think we could use a hug today.